At the bottom of the world, on the southern coast of New Zealand, just one crew is willing to risk it all.
You've got great white sharks, you've got 7 gillas. You never know what's going to come up behind you.
With a global industry worth almost $500 million a year,
Dollars!
there's fortunes to be made, chasing one of the world's most sought-after delicacies,
I've probably just made a $600 in about an hour and a half.
the sea urchin.
So that's why they call it Spiky Gold.
For huge paydays,
Instead of 13 hours.
they're pushing the limits. Diving up to 75 feet on one breath.
I have blacked out.
It's one of the world's most dangerous professions. Mistakes can be deadly.
You've got glass on blue shark, eh?
I'll go in there, pull his tail, I'll give you 20 bucks.
But these divers are some of the best
He's the best spear fisherman in New Zealand and I'm right on his tail.
and hungriest
You got it! Got me! Monster!
in the world.
We go hard.
It's what happens when you hold your breath for 5 years.
One boat, 2 teams.
Double again, will ya?
Is that f***er ahead of me?
The race is on.
It's good fun, man.
At the bottom of New Zealand's South Island, at Bluff Harbour, skipper Dwane is preparing his vessel, the Southern Leader, for another mission in search of spiky riches.
So planning a trip is what goes into it before you push off the wharf. It's like you got to buy a new fridge every time. You got a lot of mouths to feed in a few days.
All of which Dwane needs to make back before he can turn a profit. And before he can catch anything, he needs to find his crew.
Red Dog's not on this trip. Can't afford to wait for him, so we just got to get going.
Fortunately, Dwane's been able to recruit some new faces, but he's still a man short.
So Dion's meant to be coming. I don't know where he is. Can't get hold of him. We just got to get going.
We're only a couple of hours behind schedule, but that's all right.
Along with the new faces, diver Raymond is back for the trip.
I never miss a chance to go out with Dwane. I just want to get into those fat sea urchins and bring home a boatload of cash.
Newcomer Storm is young and eager to give it a go. He's still at school, but learning to dive for urchin in his spare time.
He's a pretty good young diver. He's keen.
I just like to get out there and do it, but
You've got to start at the bottom.
you got to start at the bottom, eh?
Oh, he's pretty keen on having a dive, aren't you?
Storm's usually a dinghy boy, but since Dion missed the boat this time, he may just get the chance to have a dive.
The 14-hour journey will take them through the night into the waters of Dusky Sound, Fiordland. But a last-minute phone call from Dion sparks a change of plans.
We left and now he's just rung up, said, "Where are you?" And we're like, "Oh, well, we've already gone." So luckily we're going along the coast a bit so we can duck in and pick him up. Send the boys in and go and grab him.
Rightio. Catch you later.
Be careful of the motor. We'll meet them in an hour or so.
The boys are going to have to go flat tack as the trip's already behind schedule.
So Dwane tells us we need to go and pick up Dion real quick. So we put the motor in full bore, open her up and see what we can do.
Spiky Golds. Scotty Dog. This is Ed Sheeran. Okay. Look at Ed Sheeran beside me.
Dwane is also joined on this trip by commercial diver, hunter and spear fisherman Tim Barnett.
I've known Tim for 15 years or so. He's a keen man. He's always out there doing it. Resourceful, loves spearfishing just like me. Let's go give it a go. But I guess with the young bucks around, it's always good to have an old dog on hand, keep them in line.
The boys catch up with Dion, who's waiting at a nearby boat ramp.
It's better late than never, but it's always good to have Dion on board.
I gotta tell you, you feel like I dropped some diesel on it.
Yeah. So you gotta get my right.
What are you shaking? Huh? What are you shaking? You're gonna wait for something like that. I feel unspoken.
26-year-old Dion grew up with diving in his blood.
My diving background's kind of my old man's background. He was a commercial kinner diver back in the day.
Dion grew up in the city of Gisborne, on the east coast of New Zealand's North Island.
My old man taught me the basics. Now it's like, yeah, sweet, I can actually do this.
And like other divers, Dwane was drawn to the deep south by the opportunity to make some serious money.
My aim was to come down here and chip away at my mortgage pretty fast. I don't want to be paying a mortgage for the rest of my life. So they got a saying down here in Bluff, all the divers here, they say head down, ass up, you know, work hard, you know, play hard, which is a good thing. You know, we do work hard and play hard.
How you going, dude? Good.
Oh, they forgot me.
With Dwane back on board, the crew is now complete. But young Storm is worried he'll be stuck being dinghy boy again on this trip.
I mean, Dion's just going to have turns dinghy boy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because I was a bit worried, like, you know, he was trying to tell me that I was like full-time dinghy boy and like Dion's going to have all the diving.
Yeah, well, that was the plan, but now you've changed my mind, you've asked, so...
Oh, no, that's all good then.
Nah.
Sweet as.
Part of being a skipper is keeping your crew in line and also giving boys a chance. Storm wants to have a go at diving, so I think we'll put him in the water and Dion's going to have to dinghy boy. I'm not too sure if he's happy about it, but it is what it is.
With the crew all on board, the boys settle in for the long journey ahead. Through the night, the guys take turns on watch to make sure the southern leader stays on course. As day breaks, the southern leader has made her destination, just off Anchor Island in the stunning Dusky Sound. But it was a rocky journey.
Big steam, rough weather. Lucky we made it, actually.
And the conditions are less than ideal.
A bit drizzly, a bit of rain, so enthusiasm levels aren't right up there at the moment.
You try to get as much sleep as you can, but the boat's always moving and it's quite hard.
You smell like diesel the whole night.
It's the bed, man.
It's the
bed, no, it's the pillow.
Oh, the pillow. Someone dropped my pillow in diesel. It was bloody awful. My God. Rough conditions, sharing a bed. Pillow smell like diesel, but I'm used to it.
How you feeling?
I'm actually feeling terrific. Ready to seize the day. Ready to catch a lot of sea urchins. It'll all be forgotten once I get into the water and start getting into that spiky gold.
There was no sneaky means last night, was there?
No, I don't think so.
They say an army marches on its stomach, so it's on to the most important meal of the day.
Oysters on toast.
And it seems Dwane's responsibilities don't stop once he gets below deck.
The old skip's doing the dishes. He's a completely good guy.
Every day I've got to do the dishes.
With the crew fueled up and ready to go, it's time for the teams to divide and conquer.
Us young bucks are real keen to get into the water. Me, Dwane and Storm, and we just want to get in there and make some cash.
While Team Raymond are rearing to go, Dwane and Tim, the old dogs, are still getting suited up.
I'm running a 9mm top half and a 7mm bottom on this, so yeah, always think I'm a bit of a wuss, but I like being warm, so I'd rather let a little bit of water in if I have to, stay nice and toasty.
As the old dogs embark on a historic dive, the young bucks are trying to find the pot of spiky gold at the end of the rainbow. Fat sea urchins.
Howdy, howdy, let's get rowdy. There's plenty of urchin around, but first I just need to check if the quality's any good.
Any good, Ray?
Pretty average.
Yeah, we're getting a few kinner, but they're just not good quality, you know, like, yeah, look at that. It's really small and average.
The size of this row means less cash for all involved. In the shallow waters around Dusky Sound Fjordland, young bucks Raymond, Storm and Dwane are first in the water, searching for spiky gold or fat sea urchins. And while these look the part, it's what's inside that counts.
Oh, it's a fairly average sea urchin.
So unfortunately, the first lot of urchins we've found are on a diet. They're real skinny. We aim to actually get them when the roe is a lot fatter than that. That's real skinny. These urchins are going to have a real poor return rate, maybe only 3 or 4%. If we go back with a boatload of these, the bank account's not going to be looking too good. They taste good though. Yeah? Satisfied?
While the young bucks go in search of bigger urchins, Dwane and Tim are using their talents in a first for New Zealand.
I've been waiting for this day my whole life. I'm so excited. Yeah, this is a New Zealand first. We've been granted a permit to be allowed to spear butterfish commercially. There's been plenty of commercial spear fishermen that we know of that haven't done it legally, but we've got the bit of paper that says we're allowed to do it.
Dwane and Tim see spearfishing as a great alternative to set netting. Traditional set netting has been criticised for the amount of bycatch, unintended fish or animals, such as dolphins or birds that get caught in the nets.
Spearfishing is selective, it's more sustainable, and there's no bycatch. Purely you're taking what you see.
Seal's just about to jump in the water. Got a bit more lard on me than the rest of the boys. Too much good eating.
But the guys will have to be careful. They are not ringing the dinner bell for other hungry marine life.
Whenever you're spearfishing, you know, there's always blood and guts in the water, so you've always got a chance of a shark swimming in.
So we are going to have to be careful. Fiordland is known for sharks. Yeah, 7 killers and bronze whalers. Possibly bronze whalers down here, Dwane, or not?
You'd probably have more of an issue with makos, to be honest, rather than bronzies down here.
Yeah. And the odd white has been seen down here over the years as well, so you never know.
Over with the young bucks, the urchins are still coming up underfed.
Yeah, it's been hard. Probably dropped it about 4 places and no luck.
What we're basically doing is going around every single place we can where we know there's sea urchins and we're checking them for quality. And you open them up, real big shell, just full of juice, but there's just nothing in them. That's just no good. You know, I've had a roe that's thick as my palm before. You got to make the decision, should I go hard all day and rake up all those sea urchins that are real or should I just pick away and hopefully get the best ones, because it's also a waste of our quota, and our quota is real precious to us as well.
Collecting sea urchins in New Zealand is heavily controlled by a quota system. Dwane's quota allows him to collect 470 tonne of urchin a year.
So yeah, we want to fill our quota, getting the best quality product we can at the time. Yeah, this happens, but we're just going to have to keep scratching around over the next couple of days and try and find some fat ones.
But while the urchins are skinny, the butterfish are proving downright invisible.
How's it looking down there?
Yeah, a couple of smaller ones come through. Anyone had any luck?
Not much butterfish life. Plenty of kidders.
Oh, I just lost a big one. I was chasing one around for ages, but he got away.
You can plan and you can prepare as much as you like, but at the end of the day, if the fish aren't there, you're coming home with nothing.
The team decide to try another spot.
Finally, I get some good butterfish in my sights.
Dwane has speared a butterfish.
Nicely done.
You can find lines at deposit on the beach house.
And things are picking up for Tim as well.
There's butterfish, sweet ass. He's not a monster, but he'll do.
Minimum size 35, 42, 43. He's a keeper.
But Dwane and the boys have got a long way to go before the meagre butterfish catch will pay for the trip, let alone turn a profit.
That's the size that we're after. You know, it's a good 1.5 kilos, but at the moment we're not finding any like that. Butterfish aren't here in the numbers I was expecting. There seems to be quite a few seals around. That's probably contributing to the fact that there's not many numbers of butterfish around.
There's 2 seals following me just about every time, and I'd see a butterfish just in the weed and then scoot off. They were, yeah, they're pretty scared, so.
Dwane is starting to face the fact that they're unlikely to make a profit with the butterfish being so scarce.
This is not really going to be a very productive day. I'm having a feeling that it's not going to be very good.
Hopefully the boys are going better on the urchins.
Everywhere we look, it's just the same. Plenty of urchins, but just inadequate roe to make any money. But you've just got to keep at it.
Yeah, not so good, eh? Two cases maybe.
Geez, this is no good. At this rate, these urchins aren't even going to be worth collecting.
As Dwane and the team head out again, Tim has an idea that might steer the trip back into the black.
Yeah, no butterfish, but there's a few sea cucumbers, not on the sandy bottom, funny enough, they're up on the sides.
Tim's collected sea cucumbers in the past. We know there's a market for them. Just having a look around, we can see plenty of them. So Tim and I decided to cut our losses on the butterfish and focus on the sea cucumbers.
I reckon we hook into some of them, eh?
If we grab a load of these cucumbers, it'll make up for the disappointment of this morning.
I'll go and jump in here and try and find some cucumbers and figure it out.
Sweet as.
There's no butterfish.
Yeah.
Sea cucumbers are a marine animal found in large numbers and are often described as scavengers or vacuum cleaners of the sea floor. With both nutritional and medicinal qualities, they are typically harvested and dried for resale. China is one of the biggest markets for sea cucumbers, where they are considered a delicacy.
We've got two firsts for us this trip. We haven't harvested sea cucumbers either, so we've been told what to do. We're just going to figure a bit of it out as we go.
Over with Team Raymond, the young bucks have decided not to let the lack of fat urchins spoil a perfectly good dive.
We actually managed to find this shipwreck that was in this book. The shipwreck's about 100 years old. So yeah, we're just going to drop in for a look now. We got my good mate Dion and that guy Storm. Yeah, we're going to go down and have a look, see.
Got down there and the boat had turned up with a whole lot of bubble blowers, and we thought we'd go down and freak them out.
So good to see people's faces when you just drop straight down to them at depth. We were diving around 20 metres. These guys see a guy pop down right in front of them with a snorkel in their mouth. It's pretty funny actually, so yeah, it's having ball, eh? This guy's got quite a shock when we were actually doing the swim throughs through the reef, swimming into the wheelhouse and actually pretending to drive the boat. When I was about 12 or 13, I was right into my scuba diving, but this free diving took over from there. It's just so much better, it feels so much more natural, and yeah, I love it.
Oh, this place is absolutely amazing. Like, free diving it is just, oh, I got no words for it. It's red.
Dwane and the old dogs are throwing themselves into collecting sea cucumbers.
Cucumbers are everywhere at the moment, which is good because we're going to need a load of them to make any money.
And it's not long before Dwane's competitive nature comes out.
How did you get on your first dive?
10. Make sure that you know that
But while the boys are finally making money, the morning spearfishing has attracted some unwanted visitors.
Just be aware there's a big 7-giller hanging around. He's quite aggressive, he's quite boisterous at the moment and getting quite darty. Timmy was just diving with ledge here before and getting a few cucumbers, and then he got buzzed by this 7-giller. It was getting quite towy around his feet and sort of getting quite aggressive.
See 7-gillers all the time. Normally they're pretty good and they leave us alone, but you got to keep an eye on them because you can't trust them.
The crew of the Southern Leader are collecting sea cucumbers in Dusky Sound when a curious 7-gill shark starts getting too close for comfort.
Just be aware there's a big 7-giller hanging around. He's quite aggressive, he's quite boisterous at the moment and getting quite darty.
I'm responsible for my crew. I can't take risks, especially when we're so far from any help, 14 hours away. The 7-giller's getting quite boisterous. I have to do something. Got to put the boys' safety first. Spear it in the back of the head. That should sort it out.
I hate to do this. There are
pretty cool creature, but this one here was getting quite boisterous towards Timmy and coming in quite hot, so we didn't really have much choice. There's still a couple swimming around, but they're pretty docile, they're pretty good at the moment, but there's plenty of these sharks swimming around in these fjordland waters. They've got two different types of teeth. The top teeth are hard teeth that grip, and the bottom teeth cut. So they come on and they grip on there, and then they cut with the bottom, and then they take a chunk out. The good thing about it is they taste good, you know, it's not going to go to waste.
Dinner time.
Dinner time.
With the threat of the shark out of the way, the boys are free to get back to collecting sea cucumbers to hopefully start bringing in the cash.
You can pick one up and think it's the only one there, and then you'll see one right next to your hand
Right
that you
beside
haven't
it,
seen. Right there.
Found the hot spot. Pretty good actually. It's not spiky gold, it's slimy gold. Look at that.
There's enough water flow going through there, mate.
The question for Dwane, who is new to collecting cucumbers, is how to store them on board to keep them fresh until they get back to Bluff.
So we've got these floating around, but I'm worried that cucumbers sit on the bottom and stick to the rock. I'm worried that they're not going to have anywhere to stick to and they're going to lose condition. We're sort of just trial and error, I suppose, but we don't really want to error as much as we trial because it could be costly.
If the cucumbers work out, it'll be a great earner for the team, and Dion in particular looks like he could use a wetsuit upgrade.
Oh, I've got new booties. These are my lucky ones.
This side. This end.
No, they've gone.
Yeah, they're too sloppy, mate.
This batch of sea cucumbers has already gone limp.
We,
Problem with soft slags in the past.
time to time. You'd be lying if you said you hadn't.
So, will they go hard again?
Dwane and Tim are worried their storage methods will ruin the cucumbers and render them worthless.
We didn't quite have enough moving water going through the crates, I think, so they've got a little bit softer.
It's really important the cucumbers stay in top quality condition until we get back to Bluff. So we want to gut them and get them on ice as soon as possible. Insert here, is it in the middle?
Yeah, just about 20 or 30 mil. As central as you can.
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh no, it's just gone all. Oh. The face says it all. It's a lot of work getting them down to temperature and stored and packed, but at the end of the day, if we get back to Bluff and they're not in good quality, there goes our money. Oh, the hand's cold.
Well, we send them up frozen, so he thaws them out, cooks them, dehydrates them, and then they're sent over to China like that. Much easier to transport and cheaper. And then, yeah, they put them back in water over there. They come back similar size and shape to this, and then, yeah, slice them up to eat. So, interesting little critters.
Once the cucumbers have been processed, it's time to load on the last of the day's urchins. Although full dough labs is a good sign, the boys are not confident in the quality of their urchins.
Not good, eh? It's awful. It's days like these, you know, you've got to battle through it. Not good. It's been a bloody frustrating day, all right.
Yummy.
Honestly, just been eating all day.
That's what we're after, but a lot bigger.
Yeah, a bit of hard graft today. Sea cucumbers was a bit of a struggle, just mate. Yeah, a lot of it was just trying to get our systems in place, eh? Might be bad luck.
Yeah, I think so. It's probably the last trip Tim will do on this boat. We're going to get rid of him.
We were just asking if he's ever had a done trip where he's spent more money than he's earned. Wayne thinks this might be it. So.
And there's just one more catch to process for a colossal dinner.
Monster!
As the sun sets on Dusky Sound, the team are ready to call it a day.
Today it was a first for a lot of things, so we gave it a nudge, and we know we've got to pick our game up on a fair few things. They're all happy because they've been having fun spearing fish, but their bank account's going to say different if they don't have a good day tomorrow. So hopefully tomorrow we can sort it out.
Finally, a rest for the crew, dinner, a few beers and a few yarns before bed. Sun up, and the crew of the Southern Leader are hoping it'll be a much more fruitful dive today.
Oh, conditions are beautiful. Look at the sun coming up. There's a bit of swell on the outside, so we can't go on the outside yet. But that was expected. We knew that it was going to be too rough. But apart from that, it's a beautiful day. Good place to wake up to.
Dwane has decided to relocate to a spot that may provide better urchin, but it also has some nasty rocks that need to be avoided.
You put her aground yet?
No.
Touch some wood yet.
Should have been in the water 3 hours ago trying to recoup our losses from yesterday.
The boys will have to leave this afternoon to be back in Bluff by the morning, as they have orders to fill.
If we leave at 4 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to get there 8 o'clock in the morning, which is about right. So we've only got 6 hours of power when we really need 12.
Late start, early finish. At the moment, I'm not even going to pay for my airfare, so yeah, I'm going more than backwards. So anyway.
I am one highly unmotivated individual right now. Let me tell you. It's real frustrating. We didn't catch all yesterday. The paycheck's going to be real disappointing. There's kinners around here at all.
Spinners, they're just not fat, are they?
No, well, they're just not fat. They're about this big, you know, as big as my testicle.
Raymond may not seem too positive about the chances of a good haul, but the boys will need to give it a go nonetheless.
So most of you guys have got kids here. You need to pay for nappies and all that sort of carry on. And at the moment, you're not going to be able to pay for the nappies, so you better get in the water and find some fish.
Storm and Dion have swapped roles today, with Dion acting as dinghy boy while Storm dives.
I had a dinghy boy yesterday, but no, I'm lucky enough to be able to dive today, so make the most of it and try to get some money, you know, should be good.
The worst part of my day. Oh, Mummy, help me, please.
Boys are keener than the old boys today. Oh yeah, we'll let those fellas crack into it.
Today, once again, Dwane and Tim are on the hunt for sea cucumbers, and the young bucks, Raymond, Dion and Storm, are hoping for better luck with the urchins. It's going to be a tough ask after yesterday's efforts.
Frustrating, man. You know how you see those shows like the crab and they can't find the crab? That's us. Can't find the spiky gold. Can't afford another crap day at work, so hopefully the boys will find some good urchins.
With a lackluster catch yesterday, the young bucks of the Southern Leader are the first in the water. And with money on their minds, they're taking matters into their own hands.
So we've been told to dive the coast just back here. We've just left the boat and we've obviously gone against Dwane's orders and we've come way past the coast and we've ended up on this island here. I'm not too sure how happy he's going to be, but
I don't really care, to be honest. I'm just going to find fat kinners. Right now, let's get into it, eh, boy? I really hope we find the Mac Daddy patch today. Opening up skinny sea urchins yesterday was nothing but frustrating. You're opening them up and you're just realising you're not going to make any money. This guy's down on that ledge, that's looking for real fat sea urchin, and I've got this this specimen here, and that's actually real piss poor quality, man. This is not what I want to see. I know there's some fat urchins out there somewhere. That's worth to me, eh? Like, I made about 15 grand last month. I've been working like a bastard for the last 7 days and I probably made about $100. Like, I'm spewing, eh? I'm really spewing. Like, it's just not worth our while, and we've got to get in these wetsuits all through winter when it's about, you know, between 5 and 10 degrees and jump in here and make no money. So, yeah, you actually feel real eh? Good here, eh? Not a good sign, not a good sign.
I haven't dinghy boyed before, so this is my first time.
You gave me one with a hole in it, Dion. Yeah, mate, give me a new hand it, please, that's right.
Not a good start.
Thank you.
Chuck that on board, look at that. Look at the hole in there. Not going to stay in there. My mistake, rookie mistake, already one mistake today.
The old boys, Dwane and Tim, are hoping today's search for cucumbers will be more successful.
We saw a lot of potential in catching the cucumbers yesterday, but we wasted a lot of time in the process of keeping them in good condition. Today we just need to go hard and catch as much as we can. We're going to try and streamline the process. We're going to process them on the boat, get them gutted, and then bring them back to the big boat.
Plenty here. A lot of them are down in the weed now.
While the cucumbers are piling in, the hunt for urchin is turning up neither quality nor quantity.
Look at that. It's not spiky gold, it's fool's gold. Because you feel like a fool raking it up.
Just a bit of a joke at the moment, eh? Like, there's nothing of any value here to us. It's just really not looking good.
It's not good.
Not good.
It'll taste good though.
Can't find any good sea urchins, at least we can find some dinner tonight, you know. There you go, Dale. That's it. Magic.
Everyone starts to get a bit down and disappointed when the product isn't up to scratch. But you just got to keep trying, go hard or go home.
I feel like it's getting worse the further we go around, Raymond. Like, that is just trash, man. Just found a kidder with no row in it. That's how bad it's getting.
Oh, you're actually right.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
That is the Kinero. In comparison to what we've been getting, that's terrible. You can't even sell that on the black market, no.
Definitely worth going to another spot and just keep scratching away because I can't catch that. That's the most quota.
We can't leave with no urchin, so we're going to move to another spot and hopefully that'll help us out.
We got one good one. We found one. Right. We found the spiky gold. Yeah, yeah.
I'm fizzing, eh? I finally found some fat urchin. It's giving me a little bit of hope that there's some more around.
Still no good.
What? We just had Raymond come up here and just tell us about it.
What, they're good?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where he is, but... I just cracked another one of those absolute I'm getting sick of this, Dion. She's not good, mate. Just spot to spot, there's nothing here.
It's very frustrating for me too. So I have to eat all these.
They may not be spotting any decent urchin, but the boys have noticed something else beneath the waves.
So we dived down and found this massive tree of black coral, and it's just amazing that you can come across something like that while you're working. This makes the dive so much more enjoyable.
Just swimming down this big ledge, mate, and checking out this awesome black coral. That's at least 20 metres deep. It's just beautiful down there, mate. Like, you get a massive freshwater layer on top, and you break through that freshwater layer, and it's just surreal. Don't even mention the sea urchin. The sea urchin's just rubbish. I'm not even worried about that anymore. I just want to check out the black coral.
This is just becoming more and more of a leisure trip for us, eh? We've come here a couple of times and it's been absolutely crap. We've just caught the kinner, but today's just been leisure. Look at me, I'm going to get a tan today.
But the fun and games can't last long, and the boys get back to the task at hand of finding urchin.
We're just going to duck in behind this big island behind us. It's called Anchor Island. We're going to try the face of it around the other side. It's going to be a bit rougher, but hopefully we can find some better product because right now we're just not doing well, eh? It's just one of those days.
It may look like there's a lot of urchin around, but it's quality over quantity out here.
I'm cold, I'm tired, I'm over it. I just need a few days in Canada to help me out now.
Not too bad, eh? They're doing it real quick.
They're not that good, but we've got to catch something, right? Got to keep that market going. A lot of pressure.
With time fading fast and not many options left, the boys have no choice but to haul as much as they can back to the main vessel.
So yeah, we're just coming back to the boat to unload our one bin we caught this morning. I'm just gonna have to get the boss to tell Dwane that it's no good, and I'm gonna give him every excuse under the sun, but I'm just gonna have to see what he says. We're always nervous about the skipper, so yeah, here it goes. Stand by, watch your space.
Oh, boys! Oh, only one.
For Dwane and the crew of the Southern Leader, this trip in search of spiky gold appears to be a bust.
That's what we're after, but a lot bigger.
Nothing but blood, sweat and tears, mate. It's bloody awful.
We were just driving around the whole coast and just cracking, and it was just...
Found some with even no row in them, mate.
Yeah, they were just empty.
No row. No, they've all spawned. We were here about 3 or 4 months ago, and we've got a good recovery, maybe 10, 11%. It looks like the boys are saying there's nothing left in them. So it's good for future because we know that they're spawning, but it's not good for us because there's no money in it. You're going backwards at a rate or not.
Dwane and Raymond were hoping to go back with 16 dolabs, or bins of urchins.
We've got 3 now, we'll get a couple more, maybe 3 or 4 more. And that'll be a few bottles, not as many as you'd hope, but it's some to keep the markets going until we find some more fat ones. Definitely not spiky gold today.
Fortunately for the old dogs, just focusing on sea cucumbers today appears to have paid off.
We're smiling in the cucumber division, but we're not smiling in the sea urchin division. And the butterfish, well, that's just gone.
Raymond isn't happy with his haul.
At this stage, I haven't broken even on this trip, so I tell Storm and Dion we just need to get back out there and give it one more nudge.
Hopefully find something soon, eh?
Hopefully.
So yeah, what we found here is far better quality sea urchins. So you can see that road's a lot more fat, it's a lot more fuller.
Thank God we finally found a real good patch of urchin. There's not long till we have to head back to Bluff, so we just have to get in and go hard.
Now I know what it's like to be a dinghy boy. Just keep eating the kinner. Oh.
After their final push to get urchins, it's back to the Southern Leader to load on the last of the dolabs. And always eager to learn, Storm is trying to master the high ab.
No, boy. You're making me nervous. Shut down. Yep. Yeah. You come up with that arm and down with that arm, you need to start somewhere. You know how to do that.
Trying to learn, it's different than the Sand Nix one, so like it's all confusing, but yeah, no, just getting a bit of from Raymond.
Must be bloody teach your kid to drive the high ab day.
With the Southern Leader loaded up and everything squared away, it's time for Dwane to start the 14-hour journey back to Bluff.
Yeah, she's a bit of a better day today. The cucumbers sort of come through for us. We've got a bit of a system down packed and probably caught about 2 or 3 times what we caught yesterday, so made it a bit more worthwhile. On the urchin front, Raymond struggled a bit to find some fat ones, but he got a few bins, so we'll see what the end result is after they weigh them up. 14
hours later, The lights of Bluff Harbour come into view, and Dwane's worried about his slimy cargo.
Oh, we're coming across Te Waiwai last night, one of the bays. It gets a little bit rough and bumpy, and I was lying in bed thinking, hoping all the bins weren't going all over the place down below in the hold.
Might be a wee surprise for us when we open the freezer lid, but we'll see, hopefully not.
14 hours steam, bang on, eh? And there's a boat parked in our park. We've got a steel boat, so we can usually just push them to the side.
As the sun comes up, the crew work tirelessly to unload the southern leader. But when they get to the hold, Dwane is holding his breath.
This is the moment of truth. Hopefully she's not all over the place. Have a look. Ooh. Oh, they're all still on the trays. Woo. Lucky. Nah, they're all still in place. It's quite a bit of urgency keeping them cool and in good nick. They defrosted, all the quality will drop and we're losing money.
Everyone's pitching in to get the cucumbers unloaded quickly.
84. 84. Bro, that's it. Yeah.
84. Oh,
378 kilos.
they used to do 20 storm.
Not breaking any records, but at least it's a good start.
Calculations are complete. Team Raymond, who focused solely on Urchin this trip, only returned a total of 6 stolabs, a disappointing result that only made Raymond $250. Dwane's team didn't succeed on the butterfish front, but their haul of sea cucumbers weighed in at a total of 378 kilograms, making Dwane $2,016 this trip. Taking into account the overheads on this trip versus what was caught, it's a dismal result.
It wasn't a successful trip in terms of money gains, but we learnt a lot. We have to take the ups with the downs and hopefully have more ups than downs in the end. You just got to keep looking ahead for the next trip.
Go, Scotty dog! Go! Come on! We're running out of runway! Yes! Yeah!
You win some, you lose some. You just got to dive twice as hard on the next trip just to make up for that. And I can't wait for it. Bring on the next one.
We got to hurry up.
But some of the crew have other things on their mind than money.
We've got to boost it now, eh? Going to go straight to school. Further the old education, you know, can't just be an urchin diver.
Yeah. What are you trying to say?
$20 for it.
And Dion's brought home a new pet from the trip.
That's a New Zealand octopus for you, probably the same as every other octopus in the world. Just let it touch you. Just put one finger on. You got to put a little bit of humour into what we do, otherwise it could just turn into a job at the end of the day. And we hope to have fun every day, eh? We're not going to harm this guy because they're real intelligent, these buggers. They're actually real elegant when they're swimming. You're free, mate. Free to go.
Next time on Spiky Gold Hunters, Dwane and his crew head for Stewart Island to fill a large order of urchin.
Always the fat urchins, man.
Competition is fierce.
Really excited for today.
A crew member calls it quits,
Sad to see him go. Hopefully it'll be the last good one.
and extreme weather conditions put precious cargo at risk.
You don't want a capsized boat in the 5 straight. That's happened enough.